Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program of Tarot, your love story for the month of October 2019. This is for you, coming from Sagittarius. Now, first, let me give you my email address, which is andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com. The first card that I'm going to pull will have to do with your first 15 days of October, and this will be to do with your new romance if ever you find one in the first 15 days of October. You have to be very careful. There are many mysteries about this person, and not all of them are very much to your favor. So you could inherit a love affair in the first 15 days of October, which is not going to be very good for you. And you'll find that as the days go on, you will regret that contact. So try to be careful, find out, be a detective, find out about the background on this person before you give your heart away too quickly in the form of a new romance in the first 15 days. And what if you have an ongoing romance? Well, this is a card of regret. And so there is regret written here. So you're going to be very unhappy in the first 15 days of October, where an ongoing romance is concerned for some reason or another. And this unhappiness leads you to misery and, of course, regret. So do you surrender or do you work hard to keep it? It's not a card that says it's totally gone. It's a card that says it can be repaired, but it's going to be a monumental task. So if you really want to keep going, you'll have to try your best. If you want to let it go, it'll be much easier. Look at it that way. Now, what about marriage areas in the first 15 days of October for you? It's a card that says past problems and financial areas are going to be part of the difficulty in keeping your marriage happy. So in these two material areas of what's happened in the past, try to bring out solutions of all kind. And of course, in financial areas, try to remain calm and be as receptive as possible and try to be supportive as well. And thereby each can understand why the difficulties of finance are going to be seen to trouble your marriage a lot in the first 15 days of October. And what about the last 16 days of October? I'm going to talk to you about you coming from Sagittarius. So about a new romance that you might find, and be very careful if you find one in the last 16 days, a very aggressive person and a person who is very unyielding and very much demanding as well. And so think twice before you dive into this romance, a new one, in the last 16 days of October. Now, what about a romance that you might already have? Let's look at that in the last 16 days of October. Well, who wears the crown? You'll have to give way in the last 16 days of romance with the partner you have. Otherwise, there's going to be a tussle about who makes the decision and who takes control. And if you value that romance, well, give way. It's only 16 days of October after all. And you will see that everything falls nicely into place after that. So it's all a question of being clever and to allowing your ongoing romance partner enough freedom, and you will see that you'll be happier. Now, what about your marriage in the last 16 days for you? It's a very aggressive card. So there is aggressive tendencies. There is a pot boiling over. There are many issues that need to be attended to, but it's not a card of hopelessness. It's a card that says you can move towards correcting everything. You can move towards harmony and togetherness as well. So it's you listening to me. So while you find sometimes in the last 16 days of a hopelessness, tell yourself that it can be overcome. So to your marriage partner, try to be understanding and remain calm as you can, and you will see that things will improve towards the end of the month. Now I'm going to talk to you, coming from Sagittarius, about your lucky ages. There'll be certain of you who become very lucky in romance and marriage areas. And who could these people be? Well, from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 21 or 30 or 39 or 48 or 57 or 66 or 75, then you're going to be one very lucky person finding a new romance, making your ongoing romance happy, or keeping your marriage very happy as well. And if you are not of these ages, you might need to see me for a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50 to know your next step in all areas of your life, including job and business and finances and health as well, and of course, romance and marriage. Let me now pull a card for you to talk about your colors. All right. I have an option of red or orange or yellow. I'm going to say between yellow and orange are going to be your lucky colors that will help you find the romance or make your romance very happy, or at the same time, bring a lot of support in areas of marriage. So try to use these colors between yellow and orange. And now I'm going to talk to you about your direction energy, and let's see what happens. So 9 planets have surrounded Earth. So when we look left, right, north, south, east, west, we're going to face somehow or another. And for you coming from Sagittarius, okay, from this card, I will say face northwest as much as you can. And facing northwest is going to give you that inspiration of finding out to make that contact of a new romance you've been chasing, or helping your ongoing romance to happiness, or making your marriage very solid and happy. Face northwest and you get plenty of good information. And now, who could you be attached to in the month of October? Your interest in somebody or somebody's interest in you, and who could this person be? It's a card of Pisces, and it's the card of domination as well. Well, the card is called the devil, but don't worry about that. It basically means that you're going to worship somebody that you meet. And so this person, where we Sagittarius, and so this person would be from Pisces, and there can be an obsession with this person. So try to keep the obsession bit under control. Otherwise, you're going to be ending up being some kind of a tool for you, this person from Pisces. And there will then later on be many disagreements as well. So if this person is from Pisces and you got interest, cool it down for the month of October. And let's see what happens then for the following month. Now, AM or PM, better for you about sunshine. So I would say that from 12 noon until 12 midnight is the period of time where romance possibilities and making your ongoing romance or marriage happy are seen. So get together during lunchtime at least to be able to get together and find the bonding for each other. That would help you. Well, I have a 90-minute session. And during this 90-minute session, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And I'll give you a lot of information from the universe, your lucky colors, your lucky gemstones, your lucky days, your lucky directions. And I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers looking at your palms. And I will show you how to get into that into the supernatural side of you. Some call it the soul, some call it the guide, some call it that force of energy that we have. And so how to contact them and to be inspired in every area of your life, whether in the job, the business, the finances, whether in the romance, marriage, how to make your health even better, because we need the supernatural energy to be better than the rest. So send me an email to andyhoro9, ANDIHORO 9, the number 9 at gmail.com, and I'll reply to you as soon as I can. Until then, I wish you the best of October. Thank you and goodbye.